Chapter 5: Animal Habitats and Adaptations. Habitat. Over 6.5 billion species of animals are habitants of Earth. All of them survive in a varied set of conditions. They can be found everywhere on land, in air, and water. The habitat of an animal is the place where it makes its home. It can be on land, in forests, deserts, and water. A habitat has all the environmental conditions and organisms need to survive. There are 5 main habitats on our planet. They are forest, desert, polar region, freshwater, river, lakes, etc., and oceans. Let us study them in detail. Forest. Forest provide shelter to a large variety of animals like lions, tigers, deers, bears, and giraffes, who live on the forest floor. Many forest animals live on trees like monkeys, apes, koalas, bats, and birds. Small animals and insects are also found in forests. Desert. A desert is a sandy, dry area that receives very little rainfall. Animals found here have special features that help them to survive in such harsh conditions. Many desert animals have a thick skin that helps them to avoid water loss through sweating. Some animals can even store water and food in their body. Camels, scorpions, petticoats, hedgehogs, and rattlesnakes are some of the animals which live in desert region. Polar regions. Pole of the earth show another extreme of climate and are also challenging to survive in. Animals that live in these regions have special features to withstand cold. Their body is covered with fur. Most of the animals have thick layer of fat beneath the fur, which keeps them warm. Penguin, seal, walrus, polar bear, arctic fox are examples of animals found in polar region. Freshwater bodies. Rivers, lakes, ponds and streams are freshwater bodies. They have minimal amount of dissolved salts in them. This kind of habitat gives shelter to numerous animals like fish, frogs, salamanders, ducks and toads. Some animals can live both on land and in water, like crocodiles and frogs. They are called amphibians. Oceans. Ocean is a large continuous body of salty water. A large variety of animals are found in the oceans. Some of them are whale, dolphins, seals, seahorses, and octopus. Adaptations in animals. The animals living in a particular habitat have their bodies modified to make themselves compatible with their surroundings. This is called adaptation. Adaptation can be based on several features like feeding habits, breathing organs, body covering, and movement. Feeding habits. Animals need food to grow, to get energy, and to stay healthy. Animals eat different types of foods to grow and to get energy. Feeding habits of animals depend on the availability of food in the habitat. On the basis of their feeding habits, animals can be classified into herbivorous, carnivorous, and omnivorous. Herbivorous. Herbivores are the animals that eat only plants. They have sharp front teeth called incisor for biting and the broad teeth called molars and premolars for chewing food. Cow, goat, horse, deer, giraffe are some of the herbivores. Carnivorous. Carnivores are the animals which feed on the flesh of the other animal. Carnivores have very sharp, pointed and curved front teeth for tearing flesh. They also have strong grinding teeth to chew the flesh and bones. Examples of carnivores are lion, wolf, tiger, alligator, leopard, etc. Some birds like eagles, hawks and vultures are also carnivorous. Omnivorous. Omnivorous are the animals which feed on the both plants and other animals. Human beings also fall in this category. The jaws of omnivores have well-developed molars for chewing plant food material while canines help in eating meat. Examples of omnivores include man, deer, crow and squirrel. Breathing organs in animals. Animals need to breathe to get oxygen in order to stay alive. Oxygen burns the food within their body and releases energy for various activities. Different animals have different breathing organs. Spiracles. Microscopic animals like amoeba, paramecium breathe through their body surface. Insects breathe through air holes on their bodies. These holes are called spiracles. Gills. Gills are the breathing organ in all the aquatic animals like fish, crab, tadpole, prawn, etc. When water flows over the gills, an exchange of gases take place. The gills absorb the oxygen from the water and release carbon dioxide from the blood. Lungs. Other animals like bird, mammals, reptiles breathe through their lungs. The function of the lungs is to transport oxygen, which is inhaled through the nose, to the blood and to release carbon dioxide from the blood. Whales and dolphins also breathe through their lungs. Body covering. Different types of animals live in different habitats. They have different body covering to adjust in different kind of environmental conditions. Some of them are mentioned below. Feathers. The body of birds are covered with feathers. Feathers are of different shapes and sizes and are brightly colored. Feathers keep them warm and protect them from moisture. They also help in flight. Fur or wool. Fur is a thick layer of hair on the skin of some animals. Animals like yak, sheep, polar bear, etc. have fur on their body. It helps to keep their body warm and protects them from rain and cold. Shell. Animals such as snail, tortoise, turtle are protected by shell. Shell is an extremely hard covering made up of calcium compounds. When these animals sense danger, they withdraw their head and feet into the shell to protect themselves from their enemies. Scales. Animals such as fish, snake, lizard, and crocodile have a layer of scales. Most reptiles have horny scales that prevent water loss from their bodies. Spines. Spines on the body surface of animals are protective in function. They are made up of special protein and have pointed ends to keep the predators away. Porcupine and hedgehog are the example of animals have spines. Movement in animals. Animals can move from place to place. This movement is known as locomotion. Different animals have different body parts to move. Land animals. Terrestrial animals. Most animals have two pair of limbs. The two front limbs are called forelimbs and the two at the back are called hind limbs. Most animals use all the four limbs to walk and run. Tiger, horse, cow, deer, jackal, elephant, etc. are terrestrial animals who use all the four limbs to walk and run. Water animals. Aquatic animals. Fish have fins for swimming. The paired fins are used to move forward. The unpaired fins maintain balance and the tail fin helps to change the direction of movement. Turtles use their pedal-like limbs to swim. Frogs have webbed feet to swim. Penguins use their four limbs as flippers to push water and swim. Insects. Insects can move in various ways. They can walk, crawl, jump, hop or fly. They are six-legged creatures. Insects like grasshopper, lice, fly and cockroach crawl on their legs. Reptiles. Reptiles like lizard, snake and crocodile use various forms of locomotion to move from place to place. Some of them have legs and some use their scaly skin to move by crawling. Birds. Birds can hop or walk on land, swim in water and fly in air. The four limbs of birds are modified in the form of wings that help them to fly. Birds use their hind limbs to walk, run, catch prey and even attack their enemies. Birds like duck, swan, etc. can also swim in water with the help of their webbed feet. Migration. Migration is defined as the movement of an animal from one region to another at particular times of the year in response to change in weather, habitat or availability of food. Animals migrate to escape harsh weather in search of food and to search their breeding ground. Besides birds, some other animals like eels, saw, bat, whales, etc. also migrate in search of food. Monarch butterfly migrates from Canada to Mexico in winter. India provides winter homes to migratory birds like Siberian cranes and a greater flamingo.